Elite Facts presents
Lies you've been told about prison life.
7.
Everyone is treated the same. Yeah, you'd think this one is true, considering 99% of the prisoners live in and share the same space, but it couldn't be any further from the truth. Money and influence equals power in prison. Guys like El Chapo and even Al Capone, when he was alive, were able to live a life of luxury, paying for people to do all their errands and even spending extra money for goodies at the prison shop. In fact, there's even a shop in prison called the Commissary, where you can spend real money to buy things from New Balance shoes to luxurious cookies. It has everything. In all honesty, that sounds better than what I had back in college.
6.
Get ready to fight all the time. Now, considering some of the stories we've heard about the prison lifestyle being blown out of proportion in mainstream media, we all just assume that life in prison is filled with constant fighting. Look, with all the testosterone floating around the place, there's bound to be a few dudes ready to pick a fight, but starting a conflict in prison always has a price. So technically speaking, you can actually keep out of all the violence if you just play your cards right. It's probably recommended that you avoid contact, don't talk to anybody, and mostly keep to yourself. Sounds boring, but trust us, it's probably worth it in the long run.
5.
Inmates hate prison guards. Okay, let's be honest, this is like that one bully in school. You know, the one kid who will pick on all the smaller kids, but then he'll suck up to the teacher just to paint an innocent face on himself. Prison is a lot like that. That doesn't mean prison guards are necessarily popular, as they obviously aren't really liked all that much due to their position, but depending on how long the sentence is, there are a lot of interactions that inmates have with them. Depending on how a guard treats the inmates, they can either build a reputation as a real no-nonsense lawful prison guard who doesn't take crap from anyone, or they'll earn the prisoner's respect. It's bad enough prisoners have to live in certain conditions where their safety is always at risk, so it makes sense to try and make friends with the only people in the place who can actually help them. 4. If you laugh, be prepared to get your wig split. Okay, now this one is a strange one. While giggling like a schoolgirl probably won't do you any favors in the prison yard, and certainly won't make you popular among your inmate peers, laughing happens all the time in prison. Prison is a boring enough place. Imagine if there was no laughter. It's not like prisoners are forced by the law to never laugh during the duration of their sentence. This is abundantly clear during movie nights. Yes, movie nights in prison are actually a thing. There are even some guys in prison who specialize in being funny and are able to keep out of trouble because of it.
3.
There aren't many knives in prison. You're joking, right? Prisons are littered with knives. Whoever said that they are rare is a downright liar. Hey, if you think we're joking, we're not. Most prisons usually have at least one prisoner who sells knives and other shiv-like objects to inmates. This person is commonly known among the inmates as the Shank Man. They're willing to sell to just about anyone for the right price. We know it somewhat contradicts what we've previously said about fights not being all that common, but we still wouldn't want to get on anyone's nerves in prison, because odds are they're probably packing a knife. What better way to avoid a fight?
2.
Skinny inmates are prime targets. Now, you'd think that size would matter in prison. Well, in all honesty, it really doesn't mean that much. You can have all the brawn in the world, but that doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't know how to handle yourself. Do you display weaknesses? Will the lions be able to circle and intimidate you? As long as you have high confidence and keep to yourself, it doesn't matter how big you are. 1. Discussing your crime will build your reputation. Whatever you do, don't do that. No matter what you're in for, don't mention it to any of your peers. This rule applies especially in cases of sexual crimes, which in all honesty, you deserve whatever's coming to you if you're in for something like that. Prisoners doing time for these types of crimes are the biggest target for brutal beatings and a taste of their own medicine, if you know what we're talking about. In fact, to put all doubt aside for 1 minute, it is virtually guaranteed that if the crime you committed involves children, you should probably request protective custody from the outset. This will keep you out of the main body of the prison and will probably save your life. Being in for something like that will make you public enemy number 1 in there. And that's our list. Did we leave any out that you know about? Let us know in the comments below, and please remember to subscribe and tap the bell button to be notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like us and subscribe for more Elite Facts.